Everyone that has played Vanilla 7 Days to Die knows that the Demolisher is often the zombie you are most looking out for later in the game. He can quite easily make life difficult for your base and any POI that you are exploring. Welcome to my 4th Fantastic Beasts episode for Apocalypse Now on the Demolisher. This pretty boy is nothing like Vanilla. If you feared him in Vanilla, then you ain't seen nothing yet. The Demolisher's extended family is pretty big in Apocalypse Now, and as we move up the list, they just get worse. The first few Demolishers start very early with their appearance, potentially rocking up already from game stage 44 or so with the weak Demolisher. He is a pipsqueak, but can shock players by often appearing as early as the first Horde night. All the demos have set health points that don't vary, so the next 3 are 1000 hit points for the standard demo, 1500 for the feral, and then 2000 hit points for the tough demo, which starts to appear around about game stage 300. All the demos have armor, so once you get to it, try to use armor piercing rounds or mods. Now we start with the big boys. The Mutated Demolisher is the first of our mutated horrors, but luckily he only starts to show up just after game stage 400. With 60% armor, 3000 sweet hit points, he is the first that comes with a built-in medic, which means that he has minor health regeneration. Oh hell. Next on the list is the zombie you only want to meet with advanced weaponry. Coming in just before game stage 600, when you see the word legendary in the title of his name, ask yourself whether you have an advanced rad remover or not. If you don't, then I would suggest that you run away. The legendary monsters pack a very high health regeneration, and it means you must have an advanced rad remover to deal with it. Finally, we enter the territory of the Dark Lord himself. I don't know of many boss monsters from the various Overhaul mods that have such a devastating power in one event or hit. Currently, the Nuclear Demolisher has the standard Demolisher audio when exploding, but with the Apocalypse Now version for Alpha 21, Killer Bunny has shared that there will be a familiar but more horrific pre-explosion sound effect. Unlike his other family members, his health does vary. Packing around a whopping 15,000 to 21,000 health, he generates health so fast that it is impossible to take him down with conventional weaponry. All the Demolishers hit reasonably hard, applying various debuffs and damage, but it really is in their explosions that most players wet themselves. The radius and damage gets larger as you progress higher up the ranks, to the point of the nuclear demo. As he appears after game stage 800 only, many players will actually never get to witness his awesomeness. He is the only one that can cut through steel with a single explosion. It is generally impossible to survive a direct explosion, but if you have titanium armor, tactical plating mods, and some additional explosion resistance with insulated and cooling mesh mods, you should be able to make it. Hey there, you sexy beast. That completely sent me for a loop, but I survived it by the skin of my teeth without any points in the pain tolerance skill. So, how do we deal with and survive this little puppy? First, as you can see, good armor like titanium plus explosion resistance from cooling mesh and insulation mods. Damage mitigation foods like Fort Bites or Grandpa's Moonshine also make it considerably easier to survive an explosion, as it removes 50% of the damage. When it comes to your precious base and Horde base, one suggestion is to use turrets. I first used 4 sniper turrets that hit him from a very far distance. They are very accurate, and with all my testing, never did I have a demo self-destruct. But I do believe that this is now a vanilla feature that turrets are not supposed to set demos off. With the M60 turrets, we had much more concentrated and continuous fire with the M60. However, the complete fail with all of the turrets is that there are no abilities for the turrets to remove the high health regeneration. So no matter what we do with them, you can see the health goes virtually nowhere, and sooner or later the demo is going to be up close and personal. Another very big problem with the turrets is that with so much continuous firing, you can generate multiple screamers. With the M60s going, you can see what the heat map is doing. Just look at that counter rising in real time. Each time it hits 100, a screamer spawns, potentially more monsters, and it overwhelms the turrets as, well, they don't know which monster to hit. One thing I do notice in the XML is the Nuclear Demolisher is quite susceptible to things like shock and cripple. This is where the NICAD battery mod comes into play. With an advanced rad remover and NICAD battery, you can effectively keep the demo at arm's length. So if this demo advances on us, we can continuously shoot at him. I personally don't trust aiming for the head, as at this range with an M60, but by shooting him in the legs, you can shut him down and he struggles to advance. Even when reloading my M60, he is in a constant state of shock, so this can certainly help. I think the biggest problem with this is you don't usually have all the time in the world, and there isn't always just one demo coming at you, so this situation is really too perfect to be true. Still, combine this with your turrets or a Horde Knight where you don't have to worry about screamers. The firepower of the turrets, and with you on a gun, keeping him back and disabling his health regeneration, it can be used as a method to kill him quite easily. If you can channel the zombies into a kill corridor, that'll make it even easier. If a demo arrives, you switch the turrets on and specifically aim at the biggest threat. Right, that is a quick look at another one of Killer Bunny's little minions. With some understanding, it just may help with horde-based design and when meeting this awesome family while exploring. You can also check out the Wizard's Tower horde base from Dobbers, which is also another potential way of avoiding demos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.